2. Aloha and welcome. The Spirit of Sports. This is Uncle Richie coming at you live every day, just past high noon today. Had a little bit of work to do this morning. Brother Tavin's over here cleaning the windows. Brother Tavin's going to come on and do a little bit of stoicism. Stoicism, surf sports, whatever. Sports psychology. I'm going to get this guy. This guy's interesting. Great surfer, great kid. I've known him since he was, 8 years old or born even. So we've been working on my windows. I'm a little late today, but it is 12:15. And I'm going to talk to Uncle Raz real quick. Can you see me?
No, I lost you. Got to start over.
Okay. Just get on there and see if it's live. I'm just doing a test. Uncle Raz couldn't come in today. He's a little busy. So this is just going to be a Spirit of Sports show. I have a couple, I have a great interview or a great segment from Bucky Brooks. He's going to talk the Cleveland Browns and a side that I haven't thought about. He might change my mind on this. I got Stephen A. Smith pontificating about Ben Simmons, and it pisses me off too. I got my survivor pool. I'm going to finish my weeks 9 through 13. I'm going to go the rest of the way, 9 through 18. I got a survivor pool strategy that I think could be really good. And I'm pulling out of the vaults, actually. We're going to talk a little baseball too. There's a couple of there's 3 things in baseball. There's a no-hitter, just lost in the 9th inning, just heartbreak, the true meaning of the Spirit of Sports. And I have some statistical history that you just might not believe. So this is Uncle Richie. This is the Spirit of Sports, brought to you by notpods.com, coming soon, and YouTube channel at notpods. Thanks for listening. I'm going straight into the show today. I'm not going to tell you about how I'm doing this for my kid and I want to not wear shoes. Huh? You're on. And am I like 3 or 4 seconds behind? Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Uncle Raz. I see I have one follower today listening live. You can chat in there too if you want to write. Good job, Richie, or something. I'm on the phone with Uncle. He'll be back next Wednesday, right, Uncle?
Right. You never know.
Never know. It's hard to tie this guy down. He has COVID. Not. His company, a guy has. I thought COVID's over, but apparently some guy just come. Huh? He's got the hags, the galas. Let's go. I want to pull this one out of the vault. You guys didn't know this, but I did an interview with Deshaun Watson earlier, I think maybe 6 months ago. I want to just play this interview for you guys. It's a pretty good one. Let me pull it up here. Who are you to? So let me get this all set up. Where are we at, Deshaun Watson? Little dead air here. I'm sorry. I don't have an assistant. I don't have any help. I'm doing this all myself. So one day when I make some money, this will be a lot smoother. I don't expect anybody to really be listening anyway. So it's more kind of practice right now. But I'm just trying to download. Okay, let's get to this. This is my interview with Deshaun Watson. Was maybe 6-8 months ago, right when he was joining Cleveland. And listen up, people. Okay, Deshaun, it's been about 19 months since your last game. How you feeling?
About that. I'm super excited. I'm excited to get out there with my new teammates and go out there and compete. Each and every snap, I want to make sure I cherish that because I'm not sure when the next time I'll be able to get out there with those guys. So I'm super excited.
All right. You have an ongoing appeal. And You have all these allegations against you. And Judge Sue Robinson said your lack of remorse played a big part in her decision making. What say you, Deshaun?
Look, I want to say that I'm truly sorry to all the women that I've impacted in this situation. My decisions that I made in my life that put me in this position, I would definitely like to have back. But I want to continue to move forward and grow and learn and show that, I am a true person of character, and I want to keep pushing forward.
Okay. Well, what are you doing to work on your growth as you're away from the team? Counseling? Is the team helping out? What's your situation right now?
I know I have a lot of work to put in, especially on the field, to be able to make sure I'm ready to play whenever that time comes, whenever I can step back on the field. But also, the biggest thing is I want to continue counseling, and I want to make sure that I'm growing as a person, as an individual, for my decision making on and off the field. And I want to make sure that I'm just evolving in the community as much as possible, and that's for the Cleveland community, that's the NFL community, and beyond.
All right. Thank you very much, Deshaun. Now go get a massage. And that was my interview with Deshaun Watson about 6 months ago. What do you think of that, people? I thought it was kind of funny. Let's see. Nick Wright's back on his Chiefs extra hard. Once he gets a little bit of pushback, he looked a little disheveled today. Get a little pushback on the Chiefs, all of a sudden they're going to be 20-0 again, and they don't need Chris Jones. We had a true meaning of the spirit of sports last night in San Francisco. Was it last night? Was the Giants? Let me get this up. Once again, I don't have a dang assistant, so was the Giants last night, and there was a no-hitter. Was a no-hitter into the 9th inning. Yeah. Alex Cobb took a no-hitter into the 9th. There was an error in the 3rd inning, so he thought he had given up a hit in the 3rd inning, and they had given him a hit, and then the official score, I think in the 6th or 7th inning, changed it to an error. So he's in the 7th inning, doesn't realize he has a no-hitter, and apparently there was a play at first base, and it was close, and they got the out, and he noticed that the crowd was a little more vociferous than normal, and a little more, kind of excited. So he wondered what the hell's going on. And then he got to the bench after I believe the 6th or 7th inning, and he looked up at the scoreboard and he saw that it was 0 hits. So he didn't realize that he had a no hitter. And he got to the 8th inning. There was a little looper in the center field, and the center fielder came in and made a beautiful diving catch to save the no hitter. So he goes to the 9th inning with 114 pitches, I believe. Gets the first out, 1 pitch, second out, fly ball to right, both fly balls to right. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Guy hits a line drive into the gap, right center field gap. Right fielder goes back, puts the glove out, looks just like within 6 inches, can't make the play, double, gives up the no-hitter with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. From ecstasy to agony. And that's the true definition in my mind, of the spirit of sports. Right there, the range of emotion, what sports brings out in us. When 9/11 happened, I really believe, because we didn't know this country, we were in disarray, we were in disbelief. It was Zombieville, not knowing what's going on. Is there going to be more attacks? What the hell is going on? It's the first time that there's ever been an attack on our own land. And I truly believe that sports brought this country together. When 50,000 people could go to a stadium and be there together and love each other and love our country. And I truly believe that sports pulled us out of the doldrums and gave us confidence and gave us our Americanism back. And that's what sports is. And that's all I've ever done my whole life. All I did was watch sports and play sports from dawn to dusk, from The minute I woke up, I read the sports page and I watched games and I watched the news. Didn't have ESPN quite yet. When ESPN Sports Center, Bong Hit Sports Center was every day. And that's all I did my whole life. And I really believe that it's a building. You know, it builds our morale and it brings people together and it gives you something to feel good about and to cheer for. So when you lose a hitter with no hitter with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth, true definition of the spirit of sports. This is the spirit of sports, brought to you by notpods.com, coming soon. This is Uncle Richie. 12:25 Hawaiian time. Got a little late start today. Usually I am high noon. I do have the schedule coming up when we do hit football season. I'll tell you about that a little later. A couple other baseball facts I want to talk about. I just saw this. Kyle Schwarber is about to hit more home runs than singles. Can you believe there's been a few other guys that have done that? And this surprised me. More home runs than singles. I would have thought no way anybody. Mark McGwire 5 times. Barry Bonds. Kyle Schwarber about to do it. And he might be the first guy to hit under 200, but hit 40 home runs. Lots of doubles, lots of home runs. It's not a lot of singles. And I thought that was pretty nuts. Pretty nuts baseball stat. So I got a little baseball today. Let's go back to football. Now let's go to basketball. Let's go to Stephen A. Smith. Now, you know what? I got this lined up. Let's go to Bucky Brooks. Nobody's really on the Cleveland Browns. I have them under 9.5. They're a 4-star pick for me right now. I'm going to have my final over-under picks and division 4th through 1st place and my final playoffs. I'm going to do that next Wednesday, next Tuesday or Wednesday before the season starts. But this segment from Bucky Brooks just might make me change my mind on the Cleveland Browns. Let's take a listen.
Takes SA. Ben Simmons says he's not just ready to go, but hopes to dominate the season. And
you know what? I lied. We'll go to Bucky Brooks in a minute, but I have this, like I said, once again, I'm doing this on my own. I have my TV, I have my phone, I have my computer, probably have another phone down the road. Once I get some money, I'll have an assistant and I'll have a studio and everything, but I am doing this on my own. But I just want you to hear this Stephen A. take on Ben Simmons and what a travesty this guy is.
his relationship with Nets head coach Jacques Vaughn, opening up in an interview with ESPN's Anscape. SA, what do you expect from Simmons this season?
Not a damn thing. I'm sick of this. And I hope that he's listening. Listen, I am a fan of Ben Simmons. If you look at it, his first 4 seasons in the NBA, 2017 to 2021, he was an all-star selection 3 of those times. He was one of only 5 players in the NBA to average 15, 7, and 7. Okay, the other 4 was LeBron, Luka, Russell Westbrook, and Nikola Jokic. Last season, however, 6.9 points in 26 minutes. Over the last 2 seasons, he's missed 62 games on the injured list and another 53 games on the personal list. And we know why, okay? We know this much about Ben Simmons as well. The brother don't miss the checks. The checks keep coming in, no matter what. No matter what was going on with him mentally, emotionally, etc., the brother shows up to the bank to get his money. And so at some point in time, you got to earn it. Now, I know he's been through a lot, and I understand that. But considering how great his talent was, and considering me meeting him face-to-face last year, swearing up and down, he's ready to go, blah, blah, blah. And then you wet the bed the way that you did last season. I'm sick of this. This is a great talent that is putting his talent to waste. And nobody in their right mind would trust him in the future. The only reason he's still in the NBA, literally, is because he got a guaranteed contract over the next 2 years. Because he hasn't done a damn thing to earn it. It's time for Ben Simmons to step up. I understand whatever it is that you was going through. I get that. I'm not just sitting there diminishing any of that stuff that he was going through. But enough's enough. I mean, damn. You get money, ain't you? You get paid, ain't you? Ain't nobody asking you to go on the front lines in Ukraine against Russia. It's about playing basketball. What the hell is wrong with you? Step the hell up. I'm tired of him walking around here. Everything's cool, and he's just chilling out with his boys and everybody and his family and everybody else. Peachy keen while you collecting a check for money you ain't earning. Show the hell up. Enough's enough. Ben Simmons got to be called out. I don't want to hear you chirping. It's nice that Mark Spears got to interview one of my boys and a great NBA reporter, but I don't give a damn what Ben Simmons has to say at this point. It's about what you do. Show the hell up and stop acting like you know what. I ain't gonna say it on national television, but I'm tempted, damn it. Earn your money. Stop robbing franchises. Show the hell up. That's all I got to say.
All right. Well, says he's ready to come.
I love that. I love that. And I feel the exact same fucking way. It's bullshit. Show the fuck up. Fucking guy. How many guys is this true with too? How many guys can Stephen A have this same rant about? These guys make all this money. They got all this talent and they waste it. Criminals pulling out guns, being shitty role models for our kids. It's crap. And I'm sick of it. And they make so much fucking money. Excuse the language. And I don't cuss a whole lot on here, but I'm just as pissed off as Stephen A is. I've always said, give me that guy's fucking body and his physical talent. Put my brain in there and I will dominate the NBA. It's all I ever wanted to do. I shot hoops in the rain till it was dark, till it was bedtime, till my mom's saying, come in, Richie. But I'm only 6 foot, 160. And I knew I wouldn't have the size or the talent to make it, but I had the desire. And these fucking guys that have all the talent and have no desire and don't give a shit, it pisses me off. Wish there was a way to just take all his money, go work at fucking McDonald's. It's bullshit. So much wasted talent out there. Okay. I'm going to step back. Whoo! Riles me up, bro. It's fucking irritating. Okay, well, I got my NBA in and I got my Major League Baseball in. Let's get back to the NFL. Now, this is another one. I guess it's kind of bring on the prognosticators day. So I got another great segment. This is from Bucky Brooks. We're talking Lamar
Jackson. I don't care about.
We're talking over-unders and divisions, and everybody's sleeping on the Browns. I have them at 8-9, maybe 9-8. I have them finishing fourth, not making the playoffs. And they were my 4-star bet under 9.5 wins. 4 out of 5 star, only 2. They were my top 3 bets in Vegas 2 weeks ago. If you're going over under and just go straight under, I'm telling you,
we like to count people's money.
I might have to change that.
Compensation.
This is Bucky
And
Brooks.
there's 7 teams that go to the playoffs, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, there's only 6 spots left because the Browns are in. The Browns are going because the Browns have the best team in the division. They have the best team in the division.
Wait.
The best team in the division is in Cleveland. I think they used to call it Believe Land. Cleveland has the best team in the division.
Roster.
You look up front. Let's talk about their defense. You look up front. Zadarius Smith and Myles Garrett.
Up front, I'm listening.
Best pass
I'm
rushing
listening
duo
up front.
in the National Football League.
Listening.
They got one of the best corners in football in Denzel Ward.
I'm still
They
listening.
got young dudes in the secondary.
That's a safety, though.
Grant Delpit. Nice.
You're nice.
They're good.
Thorpe
You go offensively. One of the best offensive lines in football. Best running back in football in Nick Chubb.
Sure.
You got Amari Cooper, who's a legitimate number 1.
But who
We
else?
just talked about Elijah Moore, who's a hybrid player who may give them their version of Debo Samuel. So now we're talking about a guy who's a top 5 quarterback when Houston was boo-boo. He now has shaken off all the rust. He comes back. We see he's very comfortable. We've seen it in the preseason. To me, they're going far. Because they have the best team in the division.
So, Buck, you taking this offense over Lamar Jackson, J.K. Dobbins, Mark Andrews, Odell Beckham, Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers.
I know this debate. Are we debating that? That's not even a debate. Are we debating the Browns or the Ravens' offense personnel? Are we even debating that?
Yes, we are.
Cleveland Browns. Intriguing argument for the Cleveland Browns right there from Bucky Brooks. He's adamant about it. And I always like to say your passion does not make it so. But his passion right here makes a lot of sense. I don't even need to go over the whole thing because he said it perfectly, and it's a lot of stuff that I have not thought about. That guy could be right. Cleveland could be the best team in the AFC North. Cleveland could make a deep run in the playoffs. Defense and running game travels well. Play in the cold. Wow. I got a lot to think about by next Wednesday. Because I was going to give myself one do-over. One, where you can change. So I think about a week and a half ago, I did my over-unders. Every division. 4th through 1st place. And I don't know. I'm definitely going to change it up. Something to think about. I'm checking something out. Bear with me. Checking something out on my own. Yeah. My big revision day is Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. Oh, by the way, did I mention we are a mere 8 days away, 8 days and 2 hours from kickoff. Go, Lions, go. Roar, Lions, roar. I'd love KC to just eat one the very first week. 8 days away and 11 days away from Sunday, magical Sunday. Scott Hansen, I miss you, man. Scott Hansen, can't wait. Next I'm going to go into my, I think I have a great strategy for Survivor Pool. Let me tell you about my schedule coming up, starting next Monday, a week from Monday, September 11th. I'm going to have a set schedule through the football season. So Mondays, high noon, Spirit of Sports will be NFL recap, talk all the games. Then I'm going to go with my Under the Hood, one of my original shows, where we look at all the shitty calls that are overturned by the officials when they go under the hood. And it takes 3 minutes, and we see that it's obviously a touchdown, that his feet are in, he caught the ball, and they say, upon further review, the call is overturned, says Vegas. Upon further review, Vegas calling, the call is incomplete. And then I look on that game and say, oh, isn't that funny that 85% of the money was on Tampa? And they just took a touchdown away from Houston. See if it correlates. I don't know if it does. I've talked about this for years, me and my boy Sim. We text every Sunday, and there's 3 or 4 of these every single week, and you're just going, what the hell is going on here? They think we're fucking idiots. We know what's going on. We can see what happened. How can you go 3 minutes underneath the hood and come back that they made the wrong call? And it's supposed to be incontrovertible evidence. It should be 30 seconds. If you don't see something in 30 seconds, you stick with the call on the field. So I'm very excited. Under the hood. Hopefully I don't have Jimmy Chainsaw knocking on the door with a white van across the street, but we're going to delve into the correlation between shitty calls and Vegas money. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. I really don't think they're going to leave it to chance. And especially how in bed the NFL is with gambling. But guys get suspended. Don't gamble inside your building. But you can walk right across the street and place all the bets you want as long as it's not on the NFL. But if you're inside your quarterback room and you make a bet on the NCAA tournament, suspended. But if you go to McDonald's right across the street, that's fine. That makes a lot of sense. So that'll be Mondays. Tuesdays, high noon. That's what he said. Maybe I should put that's what they said because I'm following 4 pro prognosticators. Chris Broussard, Nick Wright, also known as Nick Wrong in some circles, Cynthia Freeland, and Colin Cowherd, mostly on his Blazing 5. And every week, I'm going to bring up their predictions and how they did. They can just talk shit and spew shit, and they're definitely going to win this game, guaranteed. Put your money on it all in Vegas. And then when you listen to them and you put your money in Vegas and then they lose and they say nothing, they just do the same shit the next week. Tuesdays, I am the judge and the jury, and there's going to be ramifications for you people. And the people are going to know that you done fucked up or you did great. And I'm going to do my picks every week, and I'm going to judge myself. Judge not, lest ye be judged. I will be judging myself week by week and year long. At the end of the year, we're going to do a huge one. Nick Wright has pages full already of some stuff that's just got to tell you it's way out there. So that's what he said. Tuesdays at noon. Wednesdays at noon, when I can reel him in, talk story with Uncle Raz. Talking sports, we're talking life. He's got the stories, life and death moments. And just, I think we really fit with each other. Bounce stuff off each other. We both love the shows. Speak, First Take, First Things First, Colin Cowherd, PTI. All the shows that I'm going to be on one day, quite frankly. 5 Good Minutes with Uncle Richie. Not Pods. Tell us about Not Pods. How to start? Well, you know, everybody's doing podcasts, and I wanted to do something different. So I said, I'm going live internet radio from the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Okay. Thanks, Wilbon. Thanks, Kornheiser. That's my what's it called of myself on PTI impersonation. So that'll be Wednesdays. Thursdays will be my picks. Thursday we'll go deep with and without spreads. That'll be 3 p.m. because I got I got to help the kid out at school, and I also have men's league, the shit group. Sure happy it's Thursday, golf group. Any guys coming over, you can definitely join us on Thursday mornings. We got room for guests anytime. Friday, high noon, Spirit of Sports miscellaneous, catch up. Maybe do stuff like this. Listen to guys that I respect and get them on the show. Saturday noon, Spirit of Sports, ramp it up for the NFL. Injury report, news, interesting games, whatever, NFL, all the time. Do some, you know what, I'm going to have to throw some college football, at least Beaver Talk on Sundays. But this is my NFL schedule for the season. And Sunday, high noon, live, red zone. I'll be calling the plays just like Scott Hansen. If you're in your car on Sundays, especially, you want to follow the NFL, put on Uncle Richie. Hit YouTube at NotPods. Live red zone. High noon. Except for weeks 1 through 4, I'm doing my 24-hour talkathon. I'm not asking for any money. It's not like the walkathon. It's just to get my name out there, to show you that I'm 100% in. 6 a.m. to noon. The first 4 Sundays, I will be live. NotPods YouTube channel. Maybe on the notpods.com by then. I got to get working on that, but there's only so many hours in the day. I'm going to tell you every single hour, every single minute that I'm awake, I'm either with the kid, golfing, working, or I'm working on this. This is my career. This is not a hobby. I'm giving myself 1 year. I don't want to wear shoes anymore. This is what I'm going to do. I will be asking for 51 cents down the road. If I can get 100,000 of you, give me 51 cents a month, mere pittance. That's the plan. So I hit my half-hour mark. We're going to go, though. We're going on. Survivor pool. I did weeks 1 through 4 on Monday, week 5 through 8 on Tuesday. I'm going to finish it out today. I think I got a pretty good little schedule here for Survivor pool. And I'm just going to start. I'm going to start with week 1. And, it's all subject to change. Every single team that I have, there's only 4 teams they play: Tampa, Zona, Houston, and Vegas. And I have a schedule from week 1 to week 18 that before the season starts looks pretty good to me. And there's a couple, we can make some changes, alterations as we go. But I'm going to go with, this is my first rough draft. So week 1, I had Minnesota over Tampa. Use up Minnesota. Week 2, Giants at Zona. Week 3, Cowboys at Zona. Week 4, the Saints at Tampa. And here's my thinking. I want to use the middle to lower tier teams early. I'd rather lose early and not have to stress it later. I don't want to use Philly and Buffalo and KC in the first 5 weeks, and then you're stressing out on Miami in week 16. So I'm going these teams early. If I'm out, I'm out. It's $100. I have $100 and $125. So if I lose my $125, so be it. But I think it's 25 grand in the $100 to win and about 6 grand in the $25. So there's a lot of players, a lot of strategery goes into it. But this is what I'm thinking. Use up these teams early. Week 5, Atlanta, home for Houston. Week 6, Detroit at Tampa. Week 7, Seattle, home for Zona. I'm going to use my first upper tier team. Week 8, Baltimore at Zona. Week 9, Cleveland at home for Zona. Week 10, Cincy at home with Houston. Week 11, starts to get a little questionable. I got Miami at home for Vegas. Let me check week 11. This is my first one that's a little, we'll see. Let me check. Week 11. Get to football. I was looking at Alex Cobb there. Week 11. Cincy, Baltimore. Detroit, I already used them. Miami. Giants, already used them. Houston plays Arizona. Ooh. San Fran home for Tampa. That's a possibility because I'm using San Fran in week 15 at Arizona. So that's possible. I already used Seattle. Okay. I like that. So week 11, Miami, home for Vegas, possibly San Fran, home with Tampa. Week 12, Jacksonville at Houston. Week 13, Pittsburgh, home for Zona. Week 14, Jets at Houston. Week 15, 49ers at Arizona. Week 16, KC, home against Vegas. Week 17, Philadelphia, home for Zona. Week 18, don't like it, Denver home for Vegas, or Carolina home for Tampa. But if you're to there, I think it's pretty good. I'm going to use KC till week 16, Philly week 17, San Fran week 15. Oh, and I haven't even used, so this leaves out Buffalo and the Chargers. I like Buffalo week 3 at Washington instead of Dallas, Zona. Buffalo, New England, week 7, I could use over Seattle against Zona. Buffalo, week 8, home for Tampa, I could use over Baltimore against Zona. So Buffalo, where's Buffalo week 18? I know it's not good. Buffalo, Miami. Buffalo has a really tough schedule. Week 2, Vegas. Week 3, Washington. Week 6, Giants. Week 7, New England. Week 8, Tampa. They got Cincy. They got the Jets, Philly, KC, Dallas, Chargers, New England, Miami. That is a rough schedule. So looking early on, though, if you want a little bit of survivor pool tips, nice strategy. I like Minnesota, Giants, Dallas, New Orleans, Atlanta, Detroit, Seattle, Baltimore, Cleveland, Cincy, Miami, Jacksonville, Pittsburgh, New York Jets, San Francisco, KC, Philadelphia, And if you have to go there, if you get to week 18 and there's 25 grand on the line, and you got to go Denver at Vegas or Carolina home for Tampa. But go out there and win your survivor pool, people. I will be using this for sure on one of mine. And I got another one that me and a friend are going to talk some stuff. So that's about it. We're going to call it a day, 35 minutes plus, just another day in the books. This is Uncle Richie, High Noon Show, the Spirit of Sports, brought to you by notpods.com, coming soon. And the Spirit of Sports, brought to you by YouTube channel at notpods. Please keep listening, subscribe, tell your friends, they tell two friends, and they tell two friends. Snowball effect, grassroots marketing. I'm really not even telling too many people about it yet. I'm just practicing my craft. I'm here every single day. I'm putting in the work. This is a career. This is not a hobby. This is Uncle Richie. And as I always say when I sound off, love yourself, be good to people, higher consciousness, try to love everybody. You know, you swallow the hate, you give back love. That's more love in the world. Make the world a better place. Number one, and most of all, don't beat yourself up. Love yourself. Don't stress. Stress will kill you. Stress causes cancer. Stress causes your hair and your teeth to fall out. If it's something you stress about and you can do something about it, then do what you can about it. If there's nothing you can do about it, then you just can't think about it. You can't stress about it. I'm as guilty as anyone, and I'm judgmental, and I have hatred and anger in me, and I'm really working on being a better person. And if we all do that, we're all in this life together. Don't know how long we're going to be here. So as a favor to me, just be good to each other, be good to yourself. And I love you all. Thank you so much. I will be back tomorrow every single day. Uncle Richie signing off. Ahui ho.